I've always stood with Planned Parenthood, but when I was a senior in high school, I was actually sexually assaulted. But I figured, I'm moving all the way across the country, I'm starting college, I'm 18, I know exactly what I'm doing. So I move across the country, I start classes, I start a new job, make new friends, and I decide, okay, I'm starting over, so this didn't happen to me and it's not going to affect me. And that worked for maybe a year. After that year, I realized I have to schedule my pap smear soon. So I ask all my girlfriends, I say, what do I expect? What should I know going into it? What questions should I ask? And everybody gives me all this advice. But I realize that all of these people haven't experienced sexual violence. So they can't really give me that perspective or that knowledge of what to expect. And so when the time comes to make my appointment, I have the option of going to Planned Parenthood or waiting to go home. I wait until I go home, and the entire experience just felt traumatizing all over again. And so a couple weeks later, I'm back in Boston. I show up to Planned Parenthood, and right away, I feel so much calmer, and I feel very empowered, and everybody is very compassionate and patient and kind. And the nurse is asking all of these questions. She was more than ready to go above and beyond to provide me that trauma-informed, comprehensive experience. Even though my experience was very personal, it was an experience that a lot of people who have experienced sexual assault will have. There are so many communities and support systems out there to really bring you back into your full empowerment and capabilities. I'm so distressed knowing that all of these cabinet members, so many congressmen and senators, our current presidential cabinet, they don't care about women. They don't care about people's sexual and reproductive rights. That blatant disrespect towards so many people in America makes me both so sad and so angry, but also so motivated to move forward with this activism work. I think it's really important in Massachusetts specifically to fight for reproductive rights because there's such a large college population, and a lot of these people are coming from high schools where they don't have appropriate sex ed. In addition to the college population, there's also a lot of people who may not support these reproductive rights in Massachusetts. We still have a lot of people who are standing up and saying, I don't want this in my state. I don't want people having access to this. A lot of people sit back and say, I don't have to go to this election, or I don't have to donate to this cause. But if we have everybody who's standing and fighting for these rights actually sitting back and not helping, then all of the people who are standing and saying, I don't want this in my state, have a much bigger platform, have much bigger access to make a difference. So even though we are so progressive and are so liberal, it's really important to stand up and maintain that consistency so that people can continue to have those reproductive rights. My name is Teresa, and I am the reason we must expand and protect sexual and reproductive care in Massachusetts.